The air in the banquet hall clung to my skin, thick with a cloying scent of champagne and wilting roses. My tie felt like a noose as I watched her, my wife, Elise, sway across the dance floor, her crimson dress catching the chandelier's fractured light. She laughed, head thrown back, her hand resting too long on her boss's arm. Richard, with his polished smile and tailored suit, leaned closer, whispering something that made her eyes spark. My stomach twisted, a dull blade of unease carving through me. I told myself it was nothing, just a dance, just a corporate gala. But the way her fingers lingered on his shoulder, the way his hand grazed her waist, it gnawed at me, a quiet warning I couldn't shake. I sipped my whiskey, the burn doing little to dull the ache. The room buzzed with laughter and clinking glasses, but it all felt distant, like I was watching a film through a cracked lens. Elise hadn't looked my way in over an hour. I tried to rationalize it. She was networking, charming her way toward promotion she'd been chasing. She'd always been ambitious, her drive one of the things I loved most. But tonight, that ambition felt like a stranger wearing her face. I scanned the crowd, searching for distraction, when a voice slid through the noise like silk. "If you're free, take me for a spin." It was Claire, Elise's colleague, her smile sharp and inviting. She stood too close, her perfume a mix of jasmine and something darker, her eyes glinting with a knowing look that made my pulse stutter. I mumbled an excuse, my gaze flicking back to Elise. Claire followed my stare, her lips curling slightly. "She looks happy out there, doesn't she?" Her tone was light, but it carried an edge, like she was testing me. I forced a smile, my grip tightening on the glass. "She's just doing her job," I said, but the words tasted hollow. Claire tilted her head, her earrings catching the light. "Sure," she murmured, "her job." She drifted off, leaving her words to fester like poison. I watched Elise again, her laughter louder now, her body closer to riches than the dance required. My mind churned, memories of late-night meetings, her phone buzzing at odd hours, her quick dismissals when I asked about her day. Small things I'd brushed off. Now they felt like shards of glass under my skin. The music slowed, and Elise finally broke away, her cheeks flushed as she made her way toward me. "Having fun?" she asked, her voice bright but brittle, like she was performing. I nodded, my throat tight. "You and Richard seem cozy," I said, aiming for casual but hearing the accusation in my tone. Her smile faltered, just for a second, before she laughed it off. "Oh, come on, Matt, it's just work. You know how these things are." But her eyes didn't meet mine, darting instead to the bar, the crowd, anywhere but me. The rest of the night blurred, more drinks, more forced smiles, more glances I couldn't unsee. When we got home, the silence between us was deafening. Elise kicked off her heels, her movements sharp, like she was angry at the floor. "You're being ridiculous," she snapped when I asked about Richard again. "You think I'd risk everything for some stupid fling?" Her words were defensive, but her voice cracked, betraying something, guilt, fear, or both. I wanted to believe her, to cling to the love we'd built over years, but doubt coiled tighter around my heart. The next morning, I found her phone on the counter, its screen still lit. A text from Richard. "Last night was unforgettable. Same time tomorrow." My breath caught, the room tilting. I scrolled up, my hand shaking, and saw months of messages, flirty, intimate, undeniable. My knees buckled, and I sank to the floor, the phone slipping from my hand. The betrayal wasn't just in the words. It was in the life I'd thought we shared, now revealed as a lie. Elise emerged from the bedroom, her face paling as she saw me. "Matt, she started, but I cut her off." "How long?" My voice was low, trembling with rage and heartbreak. She didn't answer, her silence louder than any confession. I stood, my chest hollow, and walked past her, the weight of a betrayal pressing down like a storm. As I reached the door, I turned back, her tear-streaked face blurring through my own. "You chose him," I said, the words breaking something inside me. "You chose him over us." I stepped into the dawn, the cold air biting my skin, and kept walking, unsure if I was leaving her or the man I'd been, trusting, blind, and in love with a lie. Behind me, the door clicked shut, and with it, The life we'd built shattered into silence.